Jesus was the greatest leader and developer of leaders ever to walk the earth. The church's mission is to make disciples, people who are becoming like Jesus, and an essential part of that is developing people to lead the Jesus way. The most fundamental leadership lesson we learn from Jesus is that to lead is to serve. The Jesus way of leadership is servant leadership. The world's way of leadership is to raise yourself up by pushing others down. The Jesus way of leadership is to stoop down to lift others up in service. Jesus powerfully models servant leadership in John chapter 13 at the Last Supper. He got up from the table, and even though he was the greatest and leader of them all, he took a towel and basin and washed his disciples' feet. After the supper, he told them, "Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have done this for you, you should do this for one another. I have set an example that you should follow it." Of course, the profoundest example of servant leadership we see in Jesus is when he gave his life to save us from our sins. Tim Keller talks about how if at the heart of your worldview is a man dying for his enemies, then the way you're going to influence others, the way you are going to do leadership, is through Christ-like, loving, self-sacrificial service rather than through power and control. Because to lead is to serve. The Jesus way of leadership is servant leadership. I wonder if you can think of someone in your life who's been a good model of servant leadership. Tell us about it in the comment space below.